Happy Thursday. It is Wedding Thursday for me, and I am doing something a little different this time. I decided to also, I decided to also go live on Instagram. So I think I might have to bring the phone down a little bit lower for Instagram. It's a little too high. There we go. So I have Facebook Live over here, and I have Instagram to my right. So the reason, normally I go live on just Facebook alone, and when I tease Instagram, I tell you guys to hop over to Facebook. Well, today I said, it's the new year. And so I wanted to, it's going into the new year, I should say. So I wanted to just give some love to the audience on Instagram as well. Normally, I only go live on Facebook on Thursdays, which is Wedding Thursdays for me. So this is not a norm, but if you're here, then just know that you can hop over to Facebook on Thursdays, which is Wedding. Sorry, y'all. You can hop over to Facebook on Thursdays and catch me on there. I talk mostly everything weddings, and I've been doing this for a little bit now. Hold on a second. I'm getting some messages on my phone, you guys, so pardon me if I'm a little sluggish. I'm also, something else I wanted to share with you guys I'm super excited about, and I literally just hit published, okay? So let me turn this volume back down so I don't have an echo, and then we're going to get started. Okay, so I know we're good here, and we're good here, and I'm just going to test the Facebook comments like I always do. So I hope that everyone has had a wonderful Christmas, and if you were proposed to over the holiday, then this is definitely, sorry Instagram, this is definitely a live broadcast that you want to tune into. Okay, I think that one will work, guys. This is Instagram over here. I apologize if the phone falls. Please just show me some grace. But outside of that, we are about to get into tonight's topic. And I want to share one thing that I'm like super, super, uber excited about. All right. Instagram, please show me grace. I'm sorry. I don't know why the phone keeps shaking, because it is actually on something solid. So that's pretty weird. So I have some exciting news, and here we go. Because if I keep saying I have some exciting news, I'm not going to get it out. So the exciting news is that I have a new page on my website, and this new page will allow you to tune in live when I'm live, which I am right now. So I can't show you on Facebook because that would require me to get off actually and switch it to screen share mode. But I can, hold on a second, but I can show Instagram. So Facebook, let's see if I can like flip the camera around and do like, I don't even know if this is actually going to work for Instagram. I mean for Facebook, so hold on. So if you're on Facebook, there is a page now that I have. And this is me right now. I'm live. You can watch me live. It's probably a little bit delayed. But this is now on my website. You can leave comments related to what I'm talking about. And you can also check out some of the previous broadcasts that I've had. And you'll also see some upcoming broadcasts. But I'm super excited about this page because it will keep people on top of what I'm talking about, what they need to see. To get to it on my website, just go under the details tab on the site and then click live broadcast, and it will take you to that page. And this is us live now. So if you're on Instagram, that's you. Let me see if I don't know if I can flip it and show the screen. Does it show the screen? No. This is when weird on this one. Okay, so let's get started. I just had to get that out. We're gonna flip back over to me because I'm so pretty, right? Instagram. Thank you so much. You guys show so much love. All right, so let's get started. So today I am talking about 2018 wedding trends. And this topic is really cool because if you were proposed to, like I said, over the holiday, which is Christmas Eve, and don't discount that New Year's Eve is coming. And so if you haven't gotten proposed to yet, it could be coming your way. So don't get discouraged if you haven't been proposed to yet. And if you haven't been proposed to, that doesn't mean that you're not, worthy to be a wife or a husband. It's just not your time yet. Ben, you asked what? That's cool. Yeah, I'm excited about it too. I'm still working out some of the kinks, so it's because it's really new to my site. So don't what's the word I'm looking for? Like, charge any errors to my head, not my heart, meaning I'm not intentionally doing it. I'm still figuring out those kinks. All right, so let's get started with these wedding trends. I'm so excited to have you guys here. If you don't know who I am Anisha Collins, the owner and operator of Unashamed Imaging. I am a photographer and cinematographer that is currently based in Orlando, Florida. I do travel mostly to locations like New York and Georgia, but I'm open to go anywhere. So I come on here every Thursday to educate couples because there are certain things that couples seem to have as repetitive questions, and I don't mean that in an annoying way, but it's because they don't have the resources or the correct information to know how to, do certain things or why certain things are a certain way. Resources. And so with that being said, I come on here every Thursday, except last Thursday I wasn't on. If some of you guys know, some of you may not know, but my mother just recently had surgery. So I've been running the business and then helping her. So if the location looks a little different this week, it's because I'm still helping her. So that's what I've been doing. So I know I missed you guys last week. Before that, I was talking about the Pantone color, and that's the cool thing about the webpage that I shared. And the link is really in the caption, but I'm going to copy it and throw it in the comment section real quick. You guys could see where to go. If you missed a episode, you can just always go to this page. Hey Kristen, hey Paula, hey Ben. You can always go to that page and check out the old episodes. You just click that link and it'll open. Actually, if you click the link now, you'll see what I'm on right now. So anyway, I missed, but normally I come on at Thursdays anywhere between 5 and 6. Because of the way that the holidays have been going and just people's work schedules, just from polling different people, I pushed it back to 6 p.m. so that more people can either tune in live, and or if you're catching the replay, it still comes out when you're either getting off work or maybe you're home resting. So 2018 wedding trends to know. So this is what I'm talking about. And I want people to know that some of these things are so cool. When I found out some of them, I was like, oh, these are not hard to achieve. And if you find the right vendors to help you execute, you'll be able to really get them done. So my purpose today is to execute my list. Basically is to help you guys to get these trends and figure out which ones work for you, and then also to show some love to some vendors that I know who can help you deliver them probably better than I'm describing, but these are reliable people. And I only recommend people that I've either worked with or people that if I had a wedding that I would use, or people that are professional. And what I mean by that is like they are responsible. They know what they want to deliver to their, clients and couples and so forth. All right. So The first trend that I have to share with you guys is florals. So when it comes to floral arrangements this year, brides are not only focusing on colors and arrangements of their florals and bouquets, they're also looking at the vases and the pieces that they could put their florals in. So a lot of things that I've seen with centerpieces this year have been transparent, see-through. I've seen a little bit, I don't know if it would be like coated, but I've seen some of those as well. So what I'm trying to get is they're not just focusing on the color of the flowers that they're choosing, they're focusing on what's displaying them. And I think this is really cool because if you have a color scheme and you want to incorporate more of your colors and not just one main color, it will help you to do so. And also, a lot of brides are leaning towards more of the rustic and vintage pieces. I've seen this a lot. Bold colors mixed with a little bit of pastel. That's another thing that is also a part of where the florals for 2018, or florals, whatever, you guys know what I'm saying, where they're going for 2018 as well. So I actually created a Pinterest board for this topic, and I'm going to put that link in here as well. So you guys can, I know for brides, it's really cool to have a Pinterest board. Even if you're a professional within the industry, let me just make sure that link worked because I don't like the way it popped up. So let me just check and make sure. Okay, yeah, it did work. Okay, so even if you're in the industry and maybe your brides want to see what some of the things I'm talking about looks like, you can use this Pinterest board. I don't mind sharing it. You know what I mean? Like I said, the whole point of me doing wedding Thursdays is to educate couples and to be a valuable and reliable resource to them. So if you check out the Pinterest board, mostly everything that I'm talking about is reflected in that board to give you some inspiration. You don't have to do it exactly. Excuse me, my nose itches. You don't have to do it exactly like what I have on there, but it's just a resource for you. Instagram, you still here. This may end before Facebook, so just letting you guys know that if it does, you can go to that website that I gave you. Go to my website. Underneath the details, on the last drop down, it says live broadcast. You could just go there and continue. I'll still be on. So that's basically what I would like to share as far as floral is concerned. And some florists that I know in Orlando, Florida, I don't know a lot of florists outside of Orlando that I have as far as like on my vendor list, but there is Flower Girl Designs, which is Sarah Leone. She was actually a part of last year's Bride Series, and she is amazing. If you guys go to, I'm trying to think where I have the video, but it's on my Bride Series page. If you go to that page, you'll see some of her floral arrangements. She just is phenomenal with what she creates. So she could definitely give that rustic vintage piece look for sure. The next person that I would like to or next florist that I recommend is Fiora Design Studio. Amazing as well. Alex, he's awesome. I worked with him for IJ and Cecil's wedding. And the reason why I'm telling you specifically what wedding is so you can see what his stuff looks like. So if you go to my galleries and look up wedding photography, and look for IJ and Cecil or Cecil, you can see some of his floral arrangements in there. So the centerpieces, the bouquet, the bridal bouquet, it was phenomenal, like stunningly beautiful. So that's the first. Florals are the first. Just another quick reminder, if you're on here today, I'm talking about 2018 wedding trends for you to know. So if you're recently engaged, or maybe you were engaged already and you're planning your wedding for 2018, then these are some of the trends to know for planning. So that's what I'm doing. Don't worry, you're still good. I just got on and we're on number 1. So that's for Instagram if you're just joining, and Facebook if you've been here. So the next, and also the Pinterest board that I have. So I only place the link, unfortunately, in Facebook, but if you're on Instagram, you can go to the live broadcast page on my website, and the link is there. So the next thing is invitations. And this is pretty cool because invitations are very important to details. I can't speak for other, I don't want to say like other vendors, but or other photographers, I should say, but I definitely incorporate invitations into like the accessories that I capture of my brides, or when I'm capturing bridal accessories. And so I find it very important to know like where you can get matching invitations as well. And so let's talk about that. Let's talk about invitations. Guys, if I ever slow down, it's not because I don't know what I'm saying. I'm always checking to make sure that the broadcast is not being interrupted and I'm not missing any questions or anything like that. So the next thing, invitations. So what is being pushed this for 2018 with invitations is being original and being creative. So that means that you don't have to do the typical invitations. If you want to do something that's out the box, this is your year to do that. 2018 is definitely your year to do that. I love originality and creativity. And let me just throw in a little bit of creative advice. You can still practice originality by being inspired by something else. And someone will probably say, well, how is that original if you're being inspired by something else? And the reason why that is original, because you're not doing exactly what they're doing. You're just taking a concept and figuring out how to make it your own. So to be honest, that's what a Pinterest board does. People find inspiration and they'll say things to the extent of, I really like this bouquet, or I like whatever they're looking at. And then they find ways to incorporate it and make it their own. So creativity and originality is where it's going towards invitation. So don't feel like you have to do the typical that you see. I see a lot of, I can't think of the word, it's slipping my mind right now. But the vellum type of cover over an invitation, like, so the back of the invitation has like the text, the information, where your wedding's at, etc. And then it has like a nice vellum cover over it to give it a little bit more of like an elegant look. I've seen that a lot. And I believe, if I'm saying it wrong, I'm not a designer, or I don't know what the right word would be for that, but there are levels of like how thick or how clear the vellum is. So you can look at, you don't want it to be so thick that people can't see the text behind it, but you want it to be thick enough so it gives the illusion of what vellum covers normally do. So some things to also keep in mind with invitations for 2018 are watercolors and wood-like material invitations. Those are definitely going to be in. One place that I would really love to share with you guys, and once again, I'm a link girl, I will always link you to resources, are the Sorry Girls. I don't know if you've ever seen their channel on YouTube, but the Sorry Girls have an awesome tutorial. Like, I watched it and I was just like, okay, I'm not getting married and I don't plan on doing any invitations, but these are pretty cool. They did these DIY watercolor invitations and it was amazing. So I'm literally typing the link right now to share it in a comment for you guys. Hi, Tamuel. Hi, Diane. You can check out that link. It's a video on YouTube. They walk you through the whole process of how to do it. And when I saw the final results, I was like, wow, this is amazing. So if you're into like watercolors or things like that, definitely check them out. It's on YouTube. And the good thing about YouTube is you can pause and watch and replay as you like. All right. So next on the list, also, there are calligraphers or calligraphy artists that you can reach out to who do invitations. So now, as far as watercolors are concerned, hey, Kristen, if you're still on, actually, I'm about to give you a shout out. I don't know, like, if there's certain texts or fonts that can't go on invitations when they're watercolor based. I don't know. That's not my lane. But Kristen Kirby, and I apologize if I announce or pronounce your name wrong, she does calligraphy. She's based in Orlando, Florida. But the cool thing about this day and age is you can mail stuff. So I'm sure if, whatever her ordering process is, if she created something for you custom, she can just mail it to you. So don't limit yourself to the creatives that are within your state. And I know this is going to sound like bad for myself, but sometimes if someone is out of state, like I'm going to New York in 2018 for a wedding. So you never know who can come to you. Don't just limit yourself to just, you know, a box. So check her out. Kristen, if you're still on and you want to link your page in a comment, please do so. I don't mind. And once you do, I can actually send it over to, actually, let me have you do it this way. If you're going to put your page, Kristen, use this link that I'm about to, the broadcast page, and leave it there. That way more people can see it and get to your site. So Instagram, still showing you some love. Like I said, I don't normally do dual lives, but I figured because it's the end of the year and I wanted this, you know, audience over here as well to have access to what I'm talking about. But normally I just go live on Facebook, but you can also go to my website, which now my live broadcast page is on there. So you can always tune in and never miss. All right, let's go to the next one. If I seem like super excited tonight, it's because I really am. I mean, I'm normally into what I'm talking about, because if I'm not, then it's a waste of my time. But this is like, I guess because one, I know so many vendors who can deliver a lot of the trends. And two, I just love helping people when it's something that I know I can talk about, one, and I know that they care. Like, I am doing the bride series again. I know I'm getting slightly to the left, but I'm not off subject totally. But I'm doing the bride series again this year. And I'm really excited about it because I literally have had couples tell me that they found their vendors from the bride series. And I'm like, how cool is that, that couples get what they need and vendors get booked? So if you don't know anything about the bride series, basically it's a online event, so you don't have to leave your home, you don't have to pay for plane tickets, you can be on your couch, but it's an online event featuring different presenters, and the presenters are professionals within the wedding industry that I've linked up with. And these presenters talk about, they talk about questions that are common and also information within their niche. So for 2018, like, I have a magazine publisher, and I'm really excited about this one. This one's a new category. And the reason why this one's actually important is because couples can actually help their vendors by helping with them getting published. I know that sounds like a tongue twister, but I want people to have a little bit more education on why getting published is actually a cool thing. And certain ways also, if you feel maybe like a certain way about your wedding being out publicly, how you can handle that. I mean, there's a lot more, but that's just to give you an idea of why I chose to have a magazine publisher this year. I have a calligraphy artist. I have, thank you, Kristen. Okay, she put her link here on the live. So guys, I'm just going to copy it and put it on the live broadcast page. I didn't see it come through, so I don't want anyone to not get access to that because she's pretty dope. So I'm just gonna put calligraphy. I'm gonna send a link here so y'all can see it. Okay, back to what I was saying. Hi, over here on Instagram. Hello, designery events. And I know I'm missing some of you guys. Like I said, the Instagram is not normal for me to do both, but I wanted to do something different. So, excuse me, so back to the bride series. So I have makeup artist, photography, video, calligraphy artist, bridal gown expert. I'm really excited about this one too, because they're coming from afar, but they're really bringing something special. So there's other categories too for the bride series that I have that I'm excited about. But let's get back to the list so I can stay within my time frame. Hey, Instagram, just showing you guys some love. I know you guys are over here. So the next thing is bridal gown accessory must-haves. Okay, so normally you'll see like pearls and back in like the old time, and out currently we're seeing a lot of classic stuff like that. So guess what? They're coming back. So pearls are in. So if you're a simple girl like me who just likes, sometimes I don't have any earrings on, but I'm very minimal. So if you're into minimal things, guess what? Pearls are beautiful and they never go out of style. And the cool thing about doing something like pearls is if you have a grandmother or a mother that owns a pair of pearls, you can wear them, and it's a great way to incorporate them into your special day, and it also makes them feel special as well. If you don't want to wear pearls or like a pearl necklace or a pearl bracelet, actually the wedding that I just did on the 18th, she wore a pearl bracelet. If you don't want to wear them as accessories, you can actually get them in your dress. And if you go to the Pinterest board that I was talking about, I have a picture of a bridal gown where the back of the gown is like beaded with like pearls in the back. It's real pretty. So that's just showing you guys an example of how you can incorporate pearls without wearing them. You can do it in hairpins, etc. So let's go to the next thing. So those were the first four. So the first was floral. The second was invitations. And the third was bridal accessories. So the next one is translucent elements. And I kind of talked about this a little bit with the florals and centerpieces, but it's basically like clear glass. So you're talking about tents, you're talking about glass vases or vases. I'm from New York. Let's just leave it at that. But you're talking about just clear stuff. The cool thing about having clear glass is that it makes everything look bigger as well, and it makes it look brighter. And if you're into natural light, so if your photographer is primarily natural light, or you just want to have that natural light look, it's great for photography. So I'm not sure what it's called, but a place that I can recommend in Orlando would be to check out Orlando Wedding and Party Rentals. They definitely do tenting, and you can ask them if they do glass tenting, or maybe it could be partial. I don't know. I don't want to get that deep into it because I don't want to give you false expectations, but it doesn't hurt to call and find out if they can do it fully or somewhat. So those are the first four that I had. The next is non-traditional bouquets. And this is where I was talking earlier about Sarah Leong from Flower Girl Designs. And one type of bouquet that's in this year, or I keep saying this year because the year's almost over, but I really mean 2018, so pardon me, is abnormal or out-of-the-box bouquets. So that would be like wreath-shaped bouquets. They are extremely different. They are not the typical, the bouquet that you would just hold with, and it just like the flowers come up this way. Like that's my bad illustration, y'all. But wreath bouquets are in. Instagram, is that better? I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I don't know why the light is so hot on my face as far as, yeah, I think it's just the computer reflecting over. So let me turn it this way, y'all. Okay, that looks better. Whatever. So wreath bouquets, anything, that's non-traditional shaped floral, those ideas are coming in. So someone, like I said, someone like Sarah Leong from flowergirldesigns.net, hint, hint, that's her website. You could check her out. She's awesome. And I know for a fact, because she was a part of the Bride series, that she does travel. Now, how that works, once again, you won't know until you contact her. So just contact her and find out what her policy is as far as, traveling and things of that nature go. So once again, I do have images of everything that I'm talking about in the Pinterest board. So you can just go check that out and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Because I know when sometimes when people are just talking about something and there's no visuals, it may be hard for you to understand, like, what does a wreath bouquet look like? Is it going to look like a Christmas wreath? And excuse me, I would say shape-wise possibly, but design-wise, no. So I don't want you guys to be like, why would I walk with a Christmas wreath as a bouquet? But then again, that's considered a non-traditional wreath, so it may work. All right, the next thing is, so those were 5. Then number 6 is wedding dress details. And don't worry, guys, I have this stuff on my blog as well. So if it's a little too much for you to write down, if you are writing down, guess what? You could catch the replay. And number 2, you can check out my blog piece on this, which I'll put in at the end. So don't worry, I always got you covered. All right, number 6 is wedding dress details. So some of the wedding dress details that are in for 2018 are going to be bold beading. So this would go back to what I was saying about if you don't want to wear pearl, like a pearl bracelet or necklace or earrings for a bride, you can use that as a beading on your dress. Bows are definitely in. I know I have, let me just look real quick. If not, I can definitely link you guys later. But bows are in as far as dresses are concerned. Yeah, I have one on here as well, showing you a picture of how you can incorporate them. Because like I said, a lot of times when you hear certain details, it's like, how do I wear that on my wedding dress? Silk baby blush color is in, 3D textures. If you look up Mona Lucci Bride, Latoya Luckett, I wouldn't say she had a bow, but she had the textures and the layers in her bridal gown dress. It's actually on their cover. And no, this is not a plug. I'm not a part of Mona Lucci, so it's just a picture that I saw, and it's probably a good example of what that looks like, a 3D texture. Extreme veils. So I don't think that veils have ever gone out of style. Hello, VPI Blake. Thanks for tuning in. I don't think veils have ever gone out of style. They either are extremely short or extremely long. It really depends on the bride and what she's comfortable with. Open back dresses. Open back dresses are definitely in. Who did I see that had one recently? I feel like it's in my head and I can't think of, but I know my bride that I just posted had one, but you don't see the back of the dress, but you will. I'll be posting her pictures in 2018. She had some, she has some real awesome moments. Another trend that's coming that'll be for 2018 with wedding dresses is capes and caplets and hints of black. So when it comes to capes, if you go to my website, and go to the wedding galleries and photography, you'll see Irene and John. She wore like a capelet. It was the Scottish wedding. A lot of you guys have seen her testimonial from Scotland, which I thought was so awesome. And she chose me all the way from there. I came late. What are you discussing? No problem. I am talking about 2018 wedding trends for couples, being that a lot of people just recently got engaged or maybe in wedding planning. So that's what we're here talking about. Normally, I don't do dual Facebook Live and Instagram, but I decided since it's the end of the year to go for it. So that's why I'm on here. Thanks for coming. And let me get back to the list before I get off subject. So yeah, so she had a beautiful like cape, and a lot of people were mistaking it for a veil, but veils usually come from the head. Capes or caplets. Capes will come from like the shoulder. Like I hate to use this comparison, but think of like Superman and superheroes or whatever. Their capes are on their shoulders, not on their heads, just so there's no confusion. So a few bridal gown salons that I can recommend for your 2018 or 2019 wedding dress. And I just, before I share these with you, I don't know their delivery process if it's out of state, but once again, doesn't mean that it's not a possibility, so just ask. So Casa de Bella Bridal, they're in like Celebration Kissimmee area. Check them out. Casablanca Bridal, there's Calvin Couture Bridal, and then there's Bridal Refinery. They just opened up in, hi Valerie, they just opened up in, I believe they're in Winter Park. Tally is one of the owners. You can definitely check them out. What I like about them is, first of all, check out their website, because the website really tells you like what they're about. But they came from a well-known bridal salon out here in Orlando. These girls really know their stuff. So that's another cool place to check out some wedding gowns that will fit into the category of excuse me, of the dress details that I just discussed. So that was number 6. So number 1 was floral. Number 2 was invitations. Number 3 was bridal accessory must-haves. Number 4 was transparent elements. 5 was non-traditional floral ideas, so like the wedding wreath bouquet that I was talking about. 6 is wedding dress details. And now we are on number 7. So can you believe that I've already gotten that far? But like I said, I've been like uber excited to talk about this live. So number 7 is table and room decor. And with that, marble and copper are what's going to be really popular for 2018 for wedding decor. And the cool thing is that you can mix them with perspex glass or glass accents. So it would be incorporating like the translucent elements that I mentioned earlier. And I believe you can get I'm probably saying it wrong, so pardon me, y'all, but perspex glass, it's not real glass, but it looks like glass. And you'll see like some people you'll see calligraphy artists write like table numbers on them, and then they're like put into a stand to keep them upright. So that's just an example. Also, drum roll, because anyone who knows me knows I love these. Green hedge walls are also in, and I have something special coming for 2018 with that. So I'm only going to tell you guys like this much of what I want to share. But green hedge walls, you can definitely go to Orlando Wedding and Party Rentals. They are your go-to place for this. Like, I think everyone in Orlando knows you want a green hedge wall, you go to Orlando Wedding and Party Rentals. Like, they are the place to go to for that. So I'm going to put that link in here for you guys as well. So you can contact them, and let me just make sure that that link works. The staff there is amazing. I actually, like, I'll share a little bit because I'm stumbling because I don't want to share what I want to share. But they are truly informative. They are super, super, super humble. And you can definitely get a lot of your resources from Orlando Wedding and Party Rentals. And they also do corporate events. So maybe if you're watching this, maybe you're not planning a wedding, but you're looking for a resource that has certain things for your corporate event. And I've seen green hedge walls at corporate events too. So don't just be like, well, she just said that's for the wedding, so I can't do that. No, you can definitely incorporate those. So I have examples of the hedge walls on my Pinterest board, but Orlando Wedding and Party Rentals is where it's at. All right, guys, let's go to the next one. And this is actually another favorite of mine because I love cake. Who doesn't like cake, right? All right, I have something in my hair. Nobody told me I have a piece of lint. Like, y'all supposed to be my friends. Okay, so the last one that I want to discuss is, before what's next on my list, is cake decor and ideas. So remember I talked about marble and copper being incorporated for 2018 like decor. So you can definitely do this on your wedding cakes. And I do have examples of this on my Pinterest board. So I'm closing that out because I already linked you guys to it. That way it's not just sitting up there and you can't find it. But you can definitely get a cake with those type of details on it. So incorporating this and also geometrics, those are like basically designs. You'll see a lot of this on 2018 wedding cakes. How do you go about getting this done? You want to talk with your cake designer about how to make this fit to your cake perfectly. Don't just come to them with a picture, say, I want this. You need to make sure they can do it, or that it matches like whatever colors or whatever process they use, that it matches your day and that they'll be able to deliver it on time. So 2 cake designers that I recommend here in Orlando, Florida would be Anna Cakes and Cake Designers. I have worked with both several times. They are both amazing, and that's why I am providing both of them to you. I know sometimes people may not provide multiple, recommendations, but I know that it's more so whichever one you choose, 1 will be the right fit for you, and 2, it will work out. I've worked with both, so I wouldn't even recommend them if they weren't reliable resources. So I put that link there as well in a comment for you guys, and you can check them out at your convenience. So geometrics would be like, it almost looks like they're like little lines of designs that you see. And I've seen them actually come out in 2017. And what normally happens is people who are hip to the new, they tend to test certain things out the year before to see, like, is this really a trend? Is this really going to work? And so, like I said, I have examples of what those cakes look like on the Pinterest board, and then those are 2 people that I can recommend for cakes. I know some people are a little sick and tired of this particular trend, but donut walls are also not going away. They're a great way to put a little bit, again, originality, creativity into your to your wedding day. You can have them custom built. Or you can just use like a simple cake plate to post the donuts on. So a cake plate would be like, you see the cake plates, like they're layered and like usually small as the top, wide on the bottom. And you can just stack your donuts that way. I think cake walls, or I'm not cake walls, donut walls are cool. It's something different. And, you know, people just, sorry, Instagram, people just get to go up there and grab their donut. I've seen a few this year, so they're definitely doable and usable. All right, guys, so those are some of the trends that are here for 2018. So the next thing that I want to share is, if you, like I said, I know I gave a lot of information tonight and I was really excited about it. If you are looking for more extensive details about what I'm talking about tonight, I have a blog specifically on this topic, and I'm actually typing it right now for you guys to have the link to check it out. So here is the link for 2018 wedding trends to know. Excuse me. And you can definitely take your time with this list. If you're on Pinterest, I highly recommend that you save my Pinterest board to your Pinterest board. Does that sound weird? Or your Pinterest account? Like save my Pinterest board to your Pinterest board. That's right. So you have easy access to the board and you don't have to search for it, because sometimes it's hard to find Pinterest boards. Like, you ever have that happen? Like, you're on Pinterest, you find a board, you're like, oh, I need this. And when you really need it, you can't find the board because either you forgot to save it or the name was changed or whatever the case may be. And so that's why I'm telling you to save the board, my Pinterest board now, to your Pinterest boards for that. The next thing is, guys, remember, I have a new live broadcast page on my website. That's a special announcement. So I'm really excited about that, because you will be able to watch any of my live videos that have either happened or are going to happen on this particular page. You'll never miss a live video. And I'm really excited about this because it kind of keeps you guys in one place. You can go from my blog to a live video that's on there, or that's corresponding to the topic that I may be talking about. So always remember, my blog has a specific tab that's tips for brides. You can find a lot of content there that I've taken the time to create and provide to you guys as resources. So last but definitely not least is, I want to share an upcoming event that I have in 2018. Hey, Matthew. Hey, Nikki. Hold on, Facebook. I'm going to show Instagram a little bit of love. So Dave is on. There's a lot of people. Actually, I can't even go through all these names. But thanks, guys, for coming. I want to share my 2018 event, and I will definitely do another announcement about this. But I'm excited to share that the 2018 Bride Series is back. And well, I should say the Bride Series is back, but the 2018 version of it. It was definitely something that I mean, I'm very transparent, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I was totally confident in doing the first one. And that was because it was something new and I was afraid. I didn't know how it would be received. And so I'm uber excited that I went ahead and did it. The amount of couples that it helped was great. And that's what it was all about. I wanted to be a resource to couples, to let them know that there are people who care about them having a good wedding experience, and that there are resources out there to help them have that. So I just put a link in the comment section for you guys to grab your tickets. The tickets are free. There is limited seats available, and the reason why is because of where I am broadcasting it. So if you want to attend, and you should, you can get your tickets to the Bride Series. Excuse me, hold on. You can get your tickets to the Bride Series using the link that I just placed there, and just reserve. If you plan on, maybe you have a friend that's getting married around the same time you are, or you're both planning. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my seat. Just reserve the amount of tickets that you need, which will save your spot. And you'll start to see definitely more content related to the Bride Series coming out. The Bride Series is not the same as Wedding Thursday, so I don't want you to confuse it. Well, you go live on Thursday, so why do I need to attend the Bride Series? It's completely different. It's definitely something you don't want to miss. And I have future plans with the Bride Series that I won't share on here because, hold on. Sorry. I won't share on here because they are in the works, and I don't like making announcements that are not set in stone. There's a difference. And the reason why I don't like doing that is because, honestly, sometimes you can put things out into the atmosphere too early and things happen and they don't come into play because of that. So I announce things when they're either done or set in stone. And so what I'm doing next, after probably, it would be after the 2018 Bride Series, depending on how this one goes, because I did change some stuff for 2018. What I'm doing next with the Bride Series is going to be different. I'm excited about that too, and I just hope that you guys continue to tune in. So that is it for my live broadcast tonight for Wedding Thursdays. I am feeling a lot of energy because I really like talking about this topic. So Facebook, we're still on. Instagram, I'm going to say goodbye, but you guys know where you can tune in. Thanks for catching up with me. Good night. So Facebook, we are done here as well. Remember, you can go now to the new live broadcast page that I have on my website, which will keep you informed and keep you attending all of my Wedding Thursday live broadcasts. I love doing these. Guys, if you ever have any questions, throw them in the comment. Don't feel that it's stupid. I am here to be a resource, and I'm actually connected with some pretty amazing professionals within the wedding industry and beyond that can really help you to get the real answers that you need and not just going randomly and aimlessly. Like, you want to talk to people who do this, who live this, and who know this. So that being said, good night. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to check the Pinterest page. Don't forget to check out some of the people that I shouted out tonight, like Kristen, Orlando Wedding, and Party Rentals, Flower Girl Designs, etc. See ya.